wouldn't call it a disagreement as much as I'd call it a debate between property management company owners that I interact with, the ones that I respect. So, my company, my property management company, we've been getting a lot of property owners. We get a lot of out of state, out of country property owners that sometimes it feels like they're buying the property sight unseen. So a lot of these owners don't even seem to have keys to their very own properties. When they happen to be in Philadelphia, they reach out to our company and ask to see the property. And we have a policy where we say no. So a couple of reasons for this. The main reason, and again, a lot of property management companies that I respect debate this. A lot of property management companies that I respect agree with me and see it along the lines of how my company does. So we say no. So our response is that you are welcome to see the property when it is vacant. You're not allowed to go to the property while it's tenant occupied. And it's multifold. Only problems can come of an owner going to a property. The one concern that a property management company might have is liability. So we do not want you saying something that would be against fair housing violations. And there's quite a few fair housing violations that property owners don't know. And we don't want to take that liability on for our company. And also, it's our job to protect the owners. We don't want the owners to take that liability on for themselves. And then there's several other reasons. One is the tenant's quiet enjoyment of the premises. We understand that you own the property, but the tenants are the current users of that property. They are giving you something in exchange for that. They're giving you rent, and in exchange, they're the users of the property. So you're coming and going as you please kind of does definitely steps against, it's intrusive. You're stepping against their quiet enjoyment of their premises. My wife and I own rental properties, and my property management company, Grow Property Management, manages those properties just as it does every other property. So I'm pretty sure my staff, nor any of the contractors that do work, do property repairs, I'm pretty sure not too many of them, if any of them, know what properties my wife and I own and which ones are normal properties that we just manage. Because Grow Property Management just manages them exactly the same way they manage all these other properties. And I would never think to actually enter a property with a tenant with an unscheduled or additional inspection. So we do have inspections. We do try to keep it to a respectful cadence. We don't want to intrude on the tenants. And I would never think to randomly just enter the property just because I want to check on my own property. We do inspections to make sure everything's fine. But, I do tend to, when I really go in to look at our property, because I am curious about our property, I want to see how it's doing, I wait until it's vacant, so as not to intrude on the tenants. But again, several property management companies see it from a different perspective, and these are property management company owners that I highly respect. I'm involved in mastermind groups with property managers all around the world. Some of them are incredible, and some of the ones that I find incredible disagree, and they see it from an owner's perspective. So I would definitely ask your property management company if it's a priority to you, in just doing a drive-by to check on the property, or just seeing the pictures of the property management company. So a property management inspection should include a multitude, copious amounts of photos that we actually take on the condition of a property, and we share this with the owner. If that's not enough for you and you want to check on your property somewhat frequently or from time to time, definitely check with a property management company, because some, like mine, are going to tell you no and give you reasons why. Some might actually say yes. It sounds like many of them are actually going to charge you a fee, and it makes sense, because what's going to happen with most credible companies is they're going to escort you to the property. So now the property manager is going to have to take their time, his or her time, to actually physically meet you at the property, to walk you through the property. And they're also going to be very concerned about the liability. As a property management company, we are very concerned about fair housing laws. We're very liability opposed for the owner, for us. So they're going to not be thrilled meeting you at the property for fear you're going to make mention of someone's child, or which is a fair housing violation. There's just many different, again, I'm not an attorney, I can't give you legal advice, but there are many laws that owners don't realize, and we don't want to actually be connected with that. So when you say something, the tenants are going to report it, and they're not going to remember who said it. And I really don't want them to think that I said this, because I would not have said certain things. So just want to put that out there. Some property management companies are going to allow you to come and go in your properties a little more freely than others. definitely check that out with a company if it's a priority to you before you sign a contract with that company. All right. As usual, happy rental property investing.